Hey there, it's me, Andy. If you hear my air conditioner in the background, I'm sorry, but if I turn it off, then I gotta reset it and all this fun jazz. The tea of the day today is a chamomile tea, but is sitting on the table in the kitchen because I don't feel like bringing it out because I'm lazy. And I'm doing a tag video today because I had one of two options. A tag video or me ranting about the last episode of Shadowhunters that just on Monday was shown, and if I ran on that, it's going to be a very long video because I was quite upset with how it was, and I don't feel like getting into it, but I was so upset watching it. I was like, no! My best friend and I are probably going to end up talking about tonight because we're going to dinner together, and yeah, it's just we're not getting into that. But the tag I'm doing today is the I Am a Reader tag. It was created by Penguin House Publishing for their book The Reader by Tracy Chee. I found this tag because I watch Emma books constantly, no matter what. If I get on YouTube, I watch one of her videos. At least one, because I'm obsessed. Because she's so amazing. If you don't watch her channel, what's wrong with you? Please go watch her, please. I love her, she's great, but I also go through and I watched a couple other people do this tag, so I don't repeat answers because then I feel like a very weird, I don't know, I just don't like repeating answers. Let's just get into the tag because, I've been having issues lately. But first, if you watched my book haul for this past month, I was waiting on a book. I didn't have it yet, and since I didn't feel like pulling up a picture of it and editing it in, here it is. It is an illustrated history of notable Shadowhunters, and it's so pretty. It's gorgeous. Like, it has all the illustrated characters, and here's the only guy I would just he was real. I would run away with him immediately. Jace, it's just and I'm not gonna know on the fact that he has the same name as my ex-boyfriend, but my ex-boyfriend spells it differently, and yeah, no, we're not gonna talk about him. But back into the tag. First question is, choose one word that describes being a reader. Okay, it's not really one word, it's hyphenated. But it's open-minded because when I was thinking about it, I was like, we are, as readers, we are introduced to so many different worlds and so many different cultures that it's what we do. Because we just are, let me see if I can phrase this as a normal person. We make ourselves vulnerable to other worlds, and we just go in wholeheartedly. More than half the time we go in wholeheartedly into worlds that some of them don't even exist. Some of them are mixes of worlds that do exist and don't, and it's something that you can't be like, no, this is my reality, this is my world. Like, you have to be able to make yourself vulnerable to that, and that's why I think open-minded. That's just how it is. What is the first book you fell in love with? Well, there's two that I think of. I think of when I was younger, my mom would read to my brother and I, and she would always read two different books, and because one of them is my brother's and one of them is mine, and that's just part of it, and I'll get into that with another question that's a little bit later. But the first book kind of thing that I fell in love with when I was really, really young was the American Girl doll books, because that's what I would always pick. I would always pick a new girl, and my favorite one was always Felicity because I like historical things, and Felicity was always my favorite. I actually still have my American Girl doll that is her, because She was discontinued, but I think they brought her back. But I got her when she was getting discontinued for the first time, and it's just, I fell in love with that. And then with something that really got me back into reading, that like I was just diving straight in, now it's like basically all I do, was the Selection series. The first book came out when I was in middle school. I think it was 8th grade that it came out, and that was a book I read, and once I read it, I didn't think it was going to be a series. I didn't read about anything about it, I didn't do research on it, I just read it because I didn't think to look up anything about it. And I like read it, and I just loved it, and then after the Selection, I went to the House of Night, and just so far, it's just, the Selection was what pushed me back into reading, like, wholeheartedly. So that was like 2 answers. Hardcover or paperback? Personally, I love hardcover. If I can get a book in hardcover, oh my god, like, just yes, just give it to me. But as a broke 17-year-old, I can't really afford to get hardcovers all the time, so a lot of times I do end up getting paperbacks. And I'm fine with that. Paperbacks are easier to carry for me, other than the fact that I'm very, very careful with what I put in my bag then, because I have a bag that I carry. There's 2 bags that I switch back and forth between, but for the most part it is one specific bag that I carry with me, and I am so careful about what I put into it, and I'm like, okay, and a lot of times I carry more than one book. Like, right now, every time I'll actually probably do what's in my bag later. That's a tag I'm gonna end up doing. But, like, I prefer hardcover. That's just end of that. How has reading shaped your identity? Actually, my friend sent me this picture that said my personality is 98% of the book that I'm currently reading and or just finished. And I was like, yeah, basically. But for me, reading, I'm still shaping my identity, kind of. I'm going to be a senior in high school, and I'm still trying to figure out who I am, although I'm pretty sure of who I am. I'm very sure of who I am. Reading has shaped my identity because I was introduced to so many different people, and I had so many different role models that I just so badly strive to be. And for about 8th grade up until sophomore year, I was a different person every week, basically. Because every time I finished a book or I was reading a book and I got the feel for a character that I just latched onto and I pulled from their essence of being, that's how I was. And then going through from there, I discovered that I wanted to be a writer, and I wanted to create people and make them a part of me, so I kind of had to figure out who I was. And it's just, I've pulled so many different aspects of characters and made them part of my personality and my identity, but it's forming the unique cocktail that is me. But I pulled from Hermione, and I pulled from American Singer, I pulled from Felicity, I pulled from all the American Girls. That, I mean, I guess that's part of what they were supposed to do, help shape girls, but it's just, I just kind of created the character that is me, because how I view the world is we are all characters writing our own stories, and some people embrace it, some people don't. But I know it's really weird and poetic, but that's just how it is. I've pulled from people, and I've tried so hard to become this strong, confident woman that I so badly strive to be, and I'm actually very happy with where I am in life now because of it. And I know that I'm still very young and that I still have so much more to do, but reading has made me comfortable with who I am because I've shaped myself from that. Yeah. Keeping poetic. Moving on now. What book do you read when you need to be comforted? I actually go back and find books that my mom read to us. I reread the American Girl books. I know I'm a 17-year-old, but I go back and I pick them up and I go through, and they're so easy to read for me because they're so easy for anyone to read because they're meant for 9-year-olds. But I go back and I reread some of them, and they make me so much happier. Who taught you to be a reader? Or did you do it on your own? My mom. My mom taught me to be a reader. We actually have a huge bookshelf right over in this direction that she just has so many books on it, and it's something that I look at and I just think of my mom, because when she would read to my brother and I, just the fact that she wanted my brother and I to have a passion for reading so bad, like she wanted my brother and I to love reading, and we did. She read us the Harry Potter books, and those were, wow, I love them, but the American Girl books were my books, and that's why I picked those, although Harry Potter is just, yes. I don't think we have any of the Animorphs books out here, but if you know what those are, my brother and I loved going through those, and just, my mom reading with my brother and I when we were younger just made everything, like, it made me want to read more. And my brother doesn't read as much as I do, but my brother, he's very artistic, and like, we both loved reading when we were younger. Like, when I was younger, I wanted to be a writer, no matter what, and then I kind of lost that passion and I found it again. But when my brother and I were little, we always would say that I was going to write the books and he was going to do the covers for them, and it was really cute. But yeah, my mom, she would take us to the library when we lived in the city, and I would, she had a limit on how many books we could get. She'd take us to bookshops. When my brother would get his haircut, she would let me walk down to the secondhand bookshop that was really close to it, and I would usually end up walking out with 3 new books, but that's just me. So yeah, my mom is someone who I credit so much to for helping me become this person that I am. And next question is, describe your dream lounge. I know every reader basically says this, but I so badly want floor to ceiling bookshelves with ladders, and just, I want 2 stories of it and just ladders going everywhere, and just, like, every time I think of my dream lounge, I think of that one scene in Beauty and the Beast, the animated one. I enjoy the new one, but the animated one is the one I go to because that was the one I loved so much when I was younger. But I think of that scene where she's just sliding down on the ladder, and just, that's what I want so bad. I told my boyfriend that, I've told all my boyfriends actually, ex and new, that if we end up living together, that I'm going to have a library in the house, and I'm going to have so many books, and yeah, it's just, but for me, anywhere I can read and have peace and quiet, because I told my friend that I would strangle him next time he interrupted my reading. Yeah, I'm a horrible person. What book changed the way you act or see the world? I can't really pinpoint one book that changed it, because I read nonfiction and fiction. Like, I read all of it because I just love it so much. Most recently, though, actually not even recently, but a big book that, well, it wasn't really a big book, but Stalking Jack the Ripper, I did a review on it, but it was very bad, the lighting was horrible, and I just hated it. I actually debated taking it down, but I was like, no, I need to keep it up, I need to keep all of this up. But Stalking Jack the Ripper, just, since it was a mystery, it made me see different things that happen. Like, I don't want to spoil it, but anyone is a suspect in something like that, and just, it made me look at people differently, and I always try to see the good in people, but it made me realize that I kind of do have to accept the bad. But most recently, Stalking Jack the Ripper. But then again, I'm sure once I finish the Mortal Instruments and all of Cassandra Clare's books, I'm going to be like, they have destroyed me. But every book I read makes me see the world differently. I pull different aspects from it, and like I said, the percentage is different now, but when I was in middle school, I was 98% of the book that I was reading. That's what my personality was. And now it's like down to like 5%. 5% is I act the way characters do in the book. If during a big fight scene, I can go out and like beat anyone, but then I get a reality check very quickly. But yeah. Sorry for the really long tag video, but some of these questions were kind of deep to me, because going in and talking about my mom and stuff. Yeah. So thanks so much for watching. Subscribe if you want to. Go back and watch my other videos if you haven't. Yeah. Like this video, comment anything down below. Comment if you want to do this tag. No one ever tags me and stuff because I'm irrelevant, but if you have any tag videos that you think I should do or that I would enjoy doing, then just tell me what they are, and yeah. I'll link Emma's video down below, because that's the main one that I watched, like I said. Yeah. So, I'll see you in the next chapter. Bye!